Hi, Peter Lalor from The Australian here at the announcement of the Test team to play South Africa in the first Test in Brisbane on Friday week. Very few surprises. Matthew Wade, as we expected, has been named as wicketkeeper ahead of Brad Haddin, who led the Sydney Sixers to a big win in the Champions League last night, but returns home to find that his Test place is gone. I spoke with Vice-Captain Shane Watson about Brad Haddin and Matthew Wade. Well, Shane, congratulations on being named in the team. You're Vice-Captain, so we were expecting it. I suppose happy day for Matthew Wade, continues his Test career, but a sad day for Brad. You've played a lot of cricket with him. How do you react to that?
Yeah, it is a sad day for Brad. There's no doubt when one of your good friends misses out on an opportunity to play for Australia. It's a sad day. But Matthew Wade in his last Test match that he did play batted beautifully in tough conditions. So in the end, that's what the selectors have gone with. But from my perspective, to see how Brad led the Sixers team so well throughout this period of time in his life as well was so impressive, and for him to have the success individually but as a team as well, and him be a huge part of that, I think it is very satisfying for him. And there's no doubt there's a hell of a lot of cricket left in Brad Haddin, and it's great to see. And even though it's a bit bittersweet for him in regards to missing out on Test selection, he's played such a huge role in the Sixers having the success that they have.
I phoned Brad towards the end of last week, and we had a really good conversation. And part of that conversation he was still very much in the reckoning, and I gave him the assurance that if Matthew Wade were to be injured in the first Test, he'd be our replacement wicketkeeper coming into the second Test.
He's been a great player for a long time, and this certainly isn't the end of his career in my opinion. I think his batting at the moment is as good as anybody in first class cricket. I know he'll be pushing for selection, whether it be as a wicketkeeper batsman or just a batsman. So I certainly don't think we've seen the end of Brad Haddin.
The only other debate in the Test team revolved around the bowlers. Peter Siddle and Ben Hilfenhaus were lock-ins. Mitchell Starc's performance in the Champions League 2020 has been compelling, and he's a much improved bowler. And James Pattinson finds himself picked ahead of Pat Cummins, whose lack of preparation, because he's been stuck in the 2020 leagues for the last few months, has cost him dearly.
We didn't feel as though Pat Cummins was ready to play in a Test match. We're very keen for him to play a Sheffield Shield match soon, and that he's likely to become very much onto the radar for perhaps the third Test in Perth. Now, that's not speculating that he'll be selected for that, but he'll be ready for to be in contention at that stage.